Would you look at that? Beautiful, ain't it? Anyway, welcome to a not very good vlog. I am not a very good host. And it is now 11:05 p.m. Disneyland is officially closed. It's raining right now. Well, it was earlier. I mean, the ground is still wet. Wasn't raining this morning. But I decided to do something. This is my 8th time to the parks this year since getting my magic key. And I decided to do something. I've had this plan where I go and explore an entire land for the entire day. And that's what I did today with Main Street. I started with Main Street. Believe it or not, there's hours of things to do in Main Street. If you let it take you hours, you know. The idea was about taking your time to explore all of the little details and explore the many food options and all the attractions, and just take time to walk through all the shops and just take your time, man. Main Street has a lot of attractions. They have, you know, the Main Street vehicles. There's like 4 of them. There's a fire truck, the omnibus, the horseless carriage, and the horse-drawn streetcar. And all 4 of those things you could do. You could even, I rode around the train twice today. I had my breakfast. I got it from Jolly Holiday. I got breakfast from Jolly Holiday. You can get breakfast from there or go to Carnation Cafe. I had Carnation Cafe for lunch. And then I had Plaza Inn for dinner. All of that's within Main Street. And then, of course, Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor for my dessert, because that's all within Main Street. There's a lot in Main Street that people don't even realize. And I'll show you a little bit what I mean. So my morning started, I rope dropped Jolly Holiday as the first person in. Which is one of the funniest things to rope drop. And then, I got a muffin and a coffee, and I went and sat down on the railroad and rode around on the railroad for a couple laps, just eating my breakfast. And I'll tag on some of the videos that I got of that, because I got a great view on the railroad today. I was seated in like the perfect spot. But anyway, over there is the Plaza Inn. That's where I had dinner. This is Coke Corner or Refreshment Corner. And I'm sure you've probably heard about it. You have to have. Excuse me. This little light bulb over here is painted in half. And I'm sure you probably know the story. Like, if Disney lore is interested in you at all, you've heard this story. But there's a lot of things to look for. Like over here is, if my camera will focus, that's Rolly Crump's Main Street window. I took the time to go around and look at all of the windows on Main Street and of all the names and the people who helped put this place together. Because the idea of Disneyland, Walt wanted it to be this big adventure. It was like a big movie production. And when you first enter into Main Street, you have your overture and you have the opening credits, and all these Main Street windows are those opening credits. These are the people that brought this place to life. So you've got your refreshment corner. Over there is a holiday shop with a bunch of Christmas ornaments, like a huge Christmas section. And then off in the corner is, well, It's like its own separate room, but it's a little bit smaller, which it observes for other religions. And like one little sliver of it was for Judaism. So at least there's some Jewish representation in the park, at least. I mean, you know, to each their own. And I've heard about people saying that they wanted some more, but you know, at least there's some. There's a start. This building right here with the porch, I sat up on the porch earlier and just chilled there. This is, I'm sure you've heard of it, it's the corset shop, the intimate apparel shop. With you know, the Wizard of Bras, the character. That was from when Disneyland first opened, and they had actual companies sponsor each of these shops, and that ended up being the sponsor for that shop there. But yeah, it didn't last long because it's not exactly the type of thing that you want to sell at Disneyland, right? Anyway, there's the Silhouette Studio over there, the Penny Arcade, classic place. Candy Palace. This place is just a giant candy shop. And there's the equestrian in the back. Excuse me there. But let's get a little bit of a better view. Rolly Crump is my favorite Imagineer. He's from my hometown. Wasn't born there, but he had lived there early in his life. There's all of these shops. If you go down this street, there is at the Carnation Cafe right here. There's also bathrooms down there. Over here, you've got the Market House. These are just like clothing shops, but you have the Market House. And if you walk in and pick up the little telephone receivers, you can actually hear the party line. And you just hear chatter, people talking. If you come into this back corner, past the flower stands, if you come into this back corner and sit right out here, during the day you can hear like piano lessons going on or something. It's just audio that you probably wouldn't pay attention to, but it's like piano lessons, and then there's like a music lesson, and then there's some other things. I'm sure you've heard about the test wall here. Not necessarily, the story isn't necessarily true, but you know, it's a fun little thing. But they've got windows of people. Bill Justice over here. This one right here next to the Meteor Cycle Company. This is one for Imagineer Bob Gurr, 2-time Greatest Human Award winner. But there's a lot that you could take your time to look at along Main Street here, especially, excuse me, especially here at the Crystal Arcade. In the Crystal Arcade, if you walk in and head back towards the toy shop, they have a train that circles the little toy section. I spent a good half an hour sitting in the Main Street Cinema just watching all of the cartoons. Right here next to the Main Street Cinema is the music store. This used to be a tobacco store, believe it or not. And you want to know how you know that? There's only 2 places in the park that have an Indigenous American in front of it. This is Jimberly here. I forget his cousin's name. The other place is in Frontierland at the trading outpost. They used to sell tobacco there too. But you got a magic shop over here. You got the Main Street Emporium. You've got City Hall over here, and then the fire station right around the corner. And then you've got the Mad Hatter. And then over at Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, it isn't open today. I was upset about that because I was wanting to hit Great Moments. But Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln is here at the Opera House. You've got Disneyland all the way in that back corner, which used to be a bank. It used to be a city bank, I think. And you could still see the teller stands, but they've become the cash register. But they usually have displays in here out in front of Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So it'll be closed for the next couple days, I was told, but I don't know when it will reopen. But there's a lot to do within just this one land if you take your time to go and look through it. You don't have to go, if you're a magic key holder, you don't have to go rushing through the park. You could just do what I did. For the first half of my day, I just chilled in one area of the park and did everything that there is to do. Just explore. Now, it's not necessarily, you can't necessarily say the same for other parts of the park. Critter Country is very small. Who knows how long it would take to go through Critter Country. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to stop off at the market house anyway to get something before I leave. But yeah, just come up to these little telephone receivers right here and you can just listen into the party line. It's great. But anyway, I took some clips of my morning and some of what I had done today. So I hope you enjoy what I have coming up later in this video. Anyway, enjoy it. I will catch you later. This has not been a very good vlog. I haven't been a very good host, and I'll see you later.
After 7, seated away from the train door openings. Our next stop will be in New Orleans Square. This will be your best stop for the Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Frontierland, Critter Country, and your best stop for Star Wars: Galaxy's Edge.
Let's go!
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping in New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking under the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then walk your step as you're getting on. For those of you continuing on with us, in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station. New Orleans Square.
As we pull into the station, please stay seated until the train comes to a full stop.
No, we're not
New Orleans
getting
Square, your best stop for Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Big Thunder Mountain, Critter Country, welcome stop for Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. Welcome to the Bayou. Of the train. Our next stop is Toontown Depot. Best stop for the brand new Toontown as well as all of Fantasyland.
Over here.
To those just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your hips.
Oh, that's cool.
We're now entering Splash Mountain, rumored to be the location of the one and only Platinum. If you look real hard, you just might find it. It's where the critters are
That's
celebrating
Splash
a visit
Mountain.
to our day.
It is.
Speaking of critters, this place we're passing over is home to a whole bunch of them. Here in Critter Country, you can find Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, last outpost in these parts, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America, entering the frontiers of look more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite.
Oh, I remember this one.
Around every bend, there's a natural beauty as far as the eye can see.
The Native American one.
There, the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the Great River Valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. These tunnels signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear. The one you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown. Parking home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Have fun, and say hi to Mickey and Minnie.
That's right. As we pull into the station, please stay seated until the train comes to a full stop. This is Toontown Depot, the best stop for the brand new Toontown as well as all of Fantasyland, including the small world. And Alice in Wonderland. For your safety, please stay seated. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Supervise your children, making sure anyone under 7 is seated away from the aisles of the train. Our next stop is Tomorrowland.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain. Inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships, doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a bit.
As we pull into the station, please stay seated. We'll drink up to a full stop. Tomorrowland is the best stop for Space Mountain, Star Tour, Autopia. Find unique submarines within the Disneyland monorail, which can take you to downtown Disney and back.
Your attention, please. The Disneyland Limited now leaving for a complete trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. For your safety, please stay seated. Keep your hands, arms, feet, legs inside the train. Supervise your children, make sure anyone under 7 is seated away from the aisles of the train. Our next stop is Main Street, U.S.A. On our way, we're going to take a detour through the Grand Canyon. While inside the tunnel, we ask there be no flash photography or video lighting. To turn off any light-up toys like lightsabers. Thank you.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tomen fotografías con flash.
seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who've been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back to ride with us again real soon. For those of you staying with us, we'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, U.S.A.
As we pull into the station, please stay seated to the direct door full stop. This is Main Street, U.S.A., the front gate of Disneyland. If you're leaving us here with a wheelchair or stroller, please don't make your own upstairs down. Keep it folded till the bottom. Conductor taking the back, conductor seated at the front would like to thank you for joining us. And if you stuck with us all the way around, thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the sunshine.
Riding the fire truck.
I do like walking Main Street, but we can do that on the way out. Yeah, another time.
We'll do a lot of walking.
This horse here is named Rex.
Depends on what you use to. Tomorrow we should be less crowded
It's more crowded because they're open later today, and then on the shorter days it's less crowded.
Yeah, but it's not a little bit.
For the 100?
It looks like Lisa's home. I can write on it with the Sharpie. Yeah, do you have one in your purse? Well, he was kind of riding fast. We didn't miss the. It was nice. It was nice of him. 6:30 for the parade.
Mark Davis.
3:30 and 6:30 parade.
Okay. Little bling bling backpack. Go in the store. She's shopping. She's shopping from the car. Well,
Oh, there it is. We're going to
shopping. I'm shopping. Well, with so she has a Spider-Man. Yeah, she has a pig hanging.
Rolly Crump up there.
Very cute.
Yeah, we have a lot of it.
Yeah. Oh, and that's cute because her husband's a firefighter. I love that.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully that's the horse. Otherwise somebody else can change their tire.
Yeah. The cool thing about our shirts being it's fun. No one else can have the same shirt. Yeah.
It is. It's different than
Yeah, it's different than walking. You're getting kind of a it's just a different feeling.
Buzz Lightyear. Right.
Exactly.
Our newest attraction is
Now it's hot though. It is kind of cute.
Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Oh, really? Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Here we go. Watch steps. Sit on the
Lived a century ago, but to an individual who lives today in the hearts of all freedom-loving people. His prophetic words are as valid for our time as they were for his. And now, the skills of the sculptor and the talents of the artist will let us relive great moments with Mr. Lincoln.
The world has never had a good definition of the word liberty. the American people just now are much in want of one. We all declare for liberty, but in using the same word, we do not all mean the same thing. What constitutes the bulwark of our liberty and independence? It is not our frowning battlements, our bristling seacoasts. These are not our reliance against tyranny. Our reliance is in the love of liberty, which God has planted in our bosoms. Our defense is in the preservation of the spirit which prizes liberty as the heritage of all men, in all lands, everywhere. Destroy this spirit, and you have planted the seeds of despotism around your own doors. At what point shall we expect the approach of danger? By what means shall we fortify against it? Shall we expect some transatlantic military giant to step the ocean and crush us with a blow? Never. All the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in a trial of 1,000 years. At what point, then, is the approach of danger to be expected? I answer, if it ever reach us, it must spring from amongst us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we ourselves must be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we must live through all times, or die by suicide. Neither let us be slandered from our duty by false accusations against us, nor frightened from it by the menaces of destruction to the government, nor of dungeons to ourselves. Let us have faith that right makes might. And in that faith, let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it.